Hi guys, and welcome to the latest Genocide Dolphins development video. I'm finished with the sub games and I'm back to the main game, and I thought I would just demonstrate some of the extra levels in this city that that I've probably never ever shown in any video. So this is just one of them. This place is called Cataran Way. Of course, as soon as I start, then the messages begin. So I'll put this on Do Not Disturb. Right, so this is a place called Cataran Way, which is kind of a mall area, really. And there's going to be a bar here called the Skip the Cans, and over here there's a bar. There's a bird flying around as well, if you notice. There's a bar here called Park Frighteners, where you can actually get a drink from the woman. I'm not going to click on it now because it went all weird earlier, but oh no, there's a timer on it, so you click on it. It should be in the middle. I don't know why it's in the bottom left there. Something gone wrong, but anyway, that you can select 3 different beers from there, and there's a timer. And this is there's a bar. There's a restaurant called Alchemist with this guy outside, sort of bouncer. That sign there is for eerie plasticity, but that'll be replaced by one for this. And you've got an aquarium here, and this guy is a waiter, so you can order food in here basically, or you will be able to order curries and stuff and weird alchemist related food. A woman there chilling out. Now I've got some dynamite here, which I'll explain in a second, but these are yet to be made into places like bars or whatever they're going to be. And there's a toilet here. One of the things in the game is about training toilets to move up ranks, so that's one of the ones you're going to be training. These other places are not finished, and there's going to be a bar there called Therak 25, again not done. And there's a door here that goes to Gaz's house, which is actually going to be changed. It's going to take you to a place called Topaz 11, which I'll show after this. So that's pretty much it for this place, although there is a secret here. And I don't really want to give away all the secrets, but I doubt very much whether my development videos are going to be, remembered and watched like that. So, and things will change anyway. But yeah, there's going to be secrets, and they're not meant to be too hard to find in the first place. So it's quite obvious in a way that there's something there. So you break through there, and then you break through here. Uh-oh. Make sure I don't die. I'll just wait for this debris to vanish. Have a mouthful of this Jim Beam Citrus Highball, which is the worst thing I've ever drank, but oh, it's disgusting. But I found it in my fridge and I thought I'll just drink it. So you come out here, basically just a secret island with a little greenhouse on it. Inside the greenhouse they're growing lots of plants and stuff. See, it's for the growing weed plants here. You see there's cobwebs and that. That's pretty cool. But actually there's another secret out here too. If you go to the edge and you look up, you can sort of see there's something up there. So you wonder how to get there, but you can basically go along here. And this is cool. These textures are like sort of spaceship sort of stuff. And you can run and jump up here. Run along here. Down here, and then you find some steps here, go up the stairs, and you end up in this park, which is called Shogun Lamela, and it's quite a cool little park. There's no people here yet, but there will be. And there's a little cabin in here you can go in, and there'll be stuff to do in here. We're going to have a guy living here basically who has this whole place to himself, and he walks about from here down to the greenhouse tending to his stuff, and it's kind of an old forgotten park really. There's a little statue over here which is where I started the video looking at her, I think. And that is Cateran Way level with Shogun Lamella Secret on top. So I'm going to pause this and move on to another level. Just try and give a showcase of all the cool stuff. Okay, this is Topaz 11, which is a level designed based on my actual flat. So at the moment we're on the rooftop of my flat, and this is kind of what it looks like, although when you look off the edges it doesn't look quite as crazy as this, but I'm a bit short there. Can I get on top of there? You can see down there there's like a beach area and like loads of crazy towers and living plants and stuff, and this rooftop often gets flooded, so that's what this is demonstrating. And this is pretty old actually. I built this model on SketchUp, and I've been working on it over the last couple of years making it nicer, but so some of the bits are a bit awkward, but generally it's pretty good actually. This is back before I had my garbage genie. I used to have a lot of rubbish around, so this represents that. And actually most of these products have been customized, and you can actually see like the milk there and the wine and stuff. They're all, you know, customized products, the crisps and everything, devil's tongues, and you'll probably be able to get a closer look in the game, so people can enjoy even just looking at the rubbish. So yeah, you can go into my house, and I'm not sure how well this works. Oh no, I'm in. And this is my living room. As you can see, it looks a bit shoddy because I was a lot worse at Unity back then, and also I made this myself in SketchUp, so it's pieced together by lots of other things. And as you can see, I'm pretty short here. I should be able to see on top of there, and actually if you look up on top of there, it's hard to see. Let's see if I can pause it. Oh, of course I can go to the editor. But that's a copy of Zombie Massacre, which is a computer game I wrote for the Amiga computer, sitting on top of my bookshelf. So you can come in here and you can see my room. Pizza's on the bed, which is pretty realistic. Not as dirty as it should be. And sitting watching Prisoner Cell Block H on one screen, and actually developing the game on the other screen. So when you come in, the character Gaz will be sitting here, and he'll be developing a computer game. And I think I already discussed in one video that game will probably be Chromelandia. So it won't be developing Genocide Dolphins. It'll be developing Chromelandia, maybe. Although that screenshot there is pretty cool the way it's like that. And you can go into the bathroom. Oh, I think I'm too wide to go in the bathroom, which is a bit annoying. But there's a view, as you can see anyway. There's a little sink and a toilet there, and there's the view that you saw from the roof. So now I'm going to leave this building, and you can jump across here actually. In real life these are just sort of rooftops of other people's houses, but I've made it into like a sort of old broken down temple. And you can see over here there's some mad views and some little secrets. I think there's some money around here. Yeah, there's loads of gold coins there. I don't really know what they're for. I just put them there anyway. And little statues and stuff, and stones. So you can come along here, and these are going to be like little shops and pubs and stuff. Although this area is meant to be kind of deserted, but maybe some of these will be out of service, but some of them will still be going, just serving, you know, the few locals who are left. It's supposed to feel quite sort of dilapidated, but this pub here is basically functioning still, Cluster's Peak. And you can't go in there actually, but the guy will come out, and you can go around here and serve you drinks here. And there's the pretty death-defying place where you can sit. You can have beers directly from these pipes and sit here and, you know, look over the view. Although the view's now being ruined because of that building there, Mimax, which is nothing really. I just put it there for scenery. I never even thought about that, but no, it's still a nice view. And actually now you can get on top of Mimax, I guess, from here. And as you can see again, there's products that have been designed radiant silver beans, devil's tongues, and even the smoke on the cigarette. So if we jump down from here, bit of a jerk there, we end up in this section, which is it's kind of like a park or something. It's meant to be sort of feel overgrown, but also you know, futuristic and still functional. And there should be geckos and stuff walking around here, but I've actually hooked the control of them up to the same control as me, so when I walk, they walk. So with all that exploring I've just done, there could be anywhere. In fact, I see him over there on the far left. I'll run over and have a look at him, because he's stuck now. There's a gecko. So if I walk back, he walks back, and I can actually have a look at him. See, he licks his eyeball. If I jump, he jumps. I'm not sure if that'll stay. I just thought it would be a cool way to freak people out a bit. And there's other things floating around. As you can see, that water comes from the house that I just jumped out of, and there's sort of vegetation growing underneath the water. Same sort of thing there. And over here there's like an old garage, and I was thinking this could be where Toilet Screamers comes in. If it's not just a little arcade game, it could be something, a competition that takes place here. And you know, there's other people standing around from the game itself out there, and they challenge you or something. Oh, there's one of the other creatures there. That's weird, isn't it? So yeah, and you can go along here. This is quite proud of this bit actually. Well, over here there's loads of, you know, old fans and stuff, and I can't double jump in this character and fire and that. But down here there's a really cool river. Look at this. I've got little statues and stuff in the water there, half submerged. Looks really good, this river actually. I appear to have messed it up there. That bit shouldn't be there. I don't know where that's from actually, but I'll fix that at some point. But you can see it on this side too. And probably that tree shouldn't be in there either. You can see the riverbeds, all stones and stuff. And you've got these plants growing out of the ground and things like that. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. That's just from something I was doing yesterday. This is the beach area. You know, it's just a little beach basically, and there's a little. This is going to play like old music, like 20s music or something. Just going to be quite eerie. I hear that, in fact, from in my own house on Friday nights. Sometimes about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I hear it. It's surreal. That's half the reason I put it in. So. Where else is there to show? There's over here. There's like a bit you can come down here, and there's a secret here. Actually, see down under that waterfall. There's just two statues, and you can actually go in there. Should be able to do it, and crouch down, and you can crawl through here. I'm not sure what will be in here. Maybe a sabran or something. Sabrans are the hidden things in the game that you have to pick up, which are utterly pointless, but people will pick them up anyway, just because they like the idea of finding everything, like the T-shirts in Grand Theft Auto or whatever they were. So basically, yeah, you can jump off here now, and you know, land on this sort of ring of rocks here. As you can see, there's like mad jellyfish coming out of the ground and stuff, and there's a little place you can go under here which may or may not be something. There's another ledge below it, just a little viewing point or something. I'm going to have bits where you can chill out and look at the view, and you press a button and you just sit down, maybe like on those sofas I just showed that were on the edge of the cliff, where you can sit down and just watch something for like maybe 30 seconds or something, and you get, you know, points building up as that happens, sort of chill out modes. That's one way of, oh, it's horrible, that drink. One way of you know, allowing people to spend time in all these pubs I've made, where if they have to stay there, and when they do, something builds up. So I can jump in here now, and the underwater effect isn't working properly, and the fish aren't moving yet. But imagine the underwater effect is working, and you know, it looks a bit like properly underwater. So you've got this little cave bit. I really just wanted to have a little underwater bit with a bit of an expanse of space. And there's another bit here. This is going to be a window probably, where you can actually, you know, peer out of the water side. And I've got like things lying around, shells and old vases and stuff like that. But there's also a secret here too, which is there. You can see that pipe there. If you can get up there, which is a bit of a challenge for this character because I don't have the abilities on. So now you can go in this pipe, and this leads you to, you know, some sort of base, and there's a boat there. Maybe that'll actually work at one point, or a spaceship. And you go through these sort of eerie bits into these rooms, and then obviously these are, you know, not developed much, and I want to make these things, obviously put lots of items around and reasons to go in here, things that you pick up to make yourself better or give you some money or whatever. And then you come into this sort of main control room. You can see it's sort of built into the rocks underneath the actual island. And you know, I've got no real purpose for a lot of this yet, and I'm going to put stuff on the monitors there. But it will serve some purpose and become pretty clear, you know. I was thinking, you know, I wanted some sort of underground Westworld type tunnels, but also I wanted the water, and I wanted something hidden in the water, so I combined all these things into one. And I think that could be pretty much the gist of Topaz 11. There's a lot to see, obviously, and I've just rushed through it, but I think that is pretty much it. So I'm going to pause it and move on to another part. Okay, I'm now loading Eerie Plasticity, which is the Chinese restaurant. I'm not sure if I've shown this, but just a note on, there are other levels which I'm not going to show. Obviously I'm not going to show the main city because I've showed that every day. I'm not going to show the mini games, and I'm not going to show the ones where I've already done missions on, which is the Chungking Mansions. I've already shown that one, which is the one where I'm killing people and working my way to the top, and there's grass and that on the roof. And the other one is Shinbone Alley, which is the red light district. I'm not going to show that either because I've already shown that in previous videos. So yeah, I'm only going to show stuff that I don't think I've really shown. Plus my hard drive's working really slowly right now because my SSD's died, so I need to get a new one, so everything takes forever, which is half the reason I'm not working on the main city actually. And I've been, you know, sidetracked into smaller ones, smaller projects, because I can load them at same speeds, and then working on smaller levels too, even in the main project, is a lot easier when you don't have an SSD. But that's kind of good in a way anyway. I was getting a little bit bored of always working on that same city. Looks like I'm going to pause it again until this loads. It took longer than anticipated. Okay, I've got a feeling I might have showcased this actually, but the light data is still baking at the moment, so let's let it bake, and I'll just have a little look round as it's baking. Yeah, it looks a bit odd, doesn't it? It's very red and orange. I don't remember it being like that. I'm just going to pause it till the light data bakes because I think that's making a difference. Okay, it's baked. Looks a little bit brighter than I remember, but they've been changing the lighting engine and things like that. But essentially, no, I must have showed this before because I remember talking about this rat. But this is a Chinese restaurant, and you can go in the kitchen and stuff. and come back here, and there's stuff to do. You can pick that cat food up and the cat follows you, but I think I demoed that and it stopped working. Or maybe I just demoed it to a friend. I show a lot of people this game. So yeah, this is pretty much eerie plasticity. And this graffiti and stuff, which is all real world graffiti. Stolen from photographs that we've taken, or drawn by ourselves, me and my mate. And there's a little chill out zone up here where they're having a little Chinese barbecue, and you can sit around, have a drink with someone up here maybe. These customers, there's Neckbreak, he turns up in a lot of the bars, drinking with a couple of droids. And that drink animation you see there, that robot with a bottle, I did that in Poser. I'm quite proud of it actually. It looks quite good, although the bottle does go into the head. Obviously these people are going to be doing a lot more interesting stuff. But this, she's like trying to get the attention of that woman. And this guy his food is gone, but there should be food there. I do remember seeing this before. His food's moved too, but anyway, they should be eating like bowls of dumplings and stuff. But it's obviously a little bit broken now. So yeah, that is eerie plasticity. What next? Up next we have the German Cine Club, and the light is baking once more, so I'll just do a little outside tour for now. As you can see, it's just one place built on a rock, basically. And you come in here. Well, I'll just play it, won't I? Let me wait for the light to bake, though. So it's going to be a comedy club, basically. Stroke bar. So there'll be people on stage singing and performing, and maybe comedy scenes and some sort of that sort of stuff. And there'll be loads of customers in here, drinking and stuff like that. And guy behind the bar working here, and you can get food and that in here. You can't really see at the moment, it's dark, but you can get like sort of medieval banquet food. And you got this crazy guy working on the door. And this is the lovers. This little reception area, which you can have a little drink in if you want, is referred to as the Lovers Teshi Club. And you can see that on the poster there. And these are fake posters for real films, like from Nigerian cinema. This is what they do, they draw them. This is The Spy Who Loved Me. So use some of them. That's me standing there. And you can go out to the toilet out here. Well, basically, this is the gents, as you can see from that one. This is the ladies. But when you go out, I don't know if it's done yet. We're just going to have like urinals on the wall here, and around here there'll be people who people come out and they hang around here and have a drink and a smoke and stuff like that. And the women's toilets will be here. There'll probably just be like a toilet or something there. So yeah, come on, light, bake. Still takes a while, but the lighting system is pretty good now actually. Right there, you see it's finished baking now. I think I should be able to play this level. Most of these levels are playable obviously, but in different states. As you can see there, I appear to have loads of weapons and stuff, but I can't really get rid of them at the moment. But yeah, I've just shown you it anyway. Well, there is actually someone here, that's right. Is that going to work? That's Bellamy. I think I have to trigger her there, yeah. So Bellamy goes in. Oh, I've hit the trigger again, have I? obviously the people will be a bit better at moving than this. That guy on the stage was actually performing with them guys, but it's not working now. And Bellamy, she goes and has a drink, basically. That's sort of awful the way she's moving in that, but it'll be more natural. And the barman will serve her, she'll drink, and there'll be other people in here, and you'll be able to hear the guy on stage there. That's what's his name again? Anyway, he's going to be like a comedy performer. Oh, she's going on stage. Ballsy. She's got a beer, look. Mr. Tuxedo, that's him. Oh, look, it seems to be working. And that's pretty much it from the Brauerei. Well, it's not called the Brauerei, it's called German Cine Club. Why does it say Brauerei there? That's what it used to be called. But we've changed it. There's some of the food and some of the items behind. Oops, I didn't want to hit that teleporter, but I don't think it'll do anything. Oh, I keep forgetting, yeah, a lot of these things are actually destructible. Where's she going? So I can blow up the bookcases and stuff like that. Some of the tables at least. And that, yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? The glow coming from the words is using the light nicely. It's quite convincing. Okay, that is the German Cine Club. As you can see, a lot of these levels need a lot of work. Okay, this is the Russian bakery, which is actually one of the earliest levels I've done and may not be good enough at this point to cut it. But, you know, I'll make it a bit better and stuff. Again, I seem to have some weapon mess-ups going on. But if you can ignore the gun, I'll take a quick tour. And I did show this level earlier on, maybe a couple of years ago, when I was showcasing my AI attempts. Well, that sort of stuff's long gone, really. A lot of the early stuff. But that thing, yeah, that rabbit, that rat, if you remember, used to fire at me, actually. And there used to be loads of guys here. Well, you can check the earlier videos for that, if you just look for rats on wedding cakes or something. And the water here is all messed up. But yeah, this is going to be one of those action levels where you have to fight people. Yeah, I must have showcased this. And there's a guy you can fight, but he's in a state of disarray. But yeah, everything's, you know, cake based, and it's a huge level. I made this one on SketchUp, and it's, you know, probably quite ridiculous. So we were thinking maybe to make this into some sort of vehicle level where you could get around a lot quicker. But I don't know, actually. I think this has got potential still. I made that poster there. It's a customized Russian poster based on a real one, and that's actually me in the photo. That's just an animation basically made on After Effects. So yeah, it could be quite good. It could be salvageable, I think, still, especially if you're really powered up. And then running around here would be quite good. You'd be able to do some crazy jumps and everything. But yeah, you get the general idea here. There is a whole way of going along, as you can see, and you can climb up, and we're thinking you destroy these statues you see. But this is very old school, actually, in terms of the game. So it looks a bit under par. My quality control has gone up highly, and my ambitions have gone up highly during the development of this. Things that I would have thought were fine back then, now I a bit more stringent, you know. But yeah, you get the general idea. It's a kind of a platform level almost, based on food. Yeah. So that is a Russian bakery. Okay, so this is, it's got the weapon issue again, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just turn off the weapon camera, and that will get rid of the weapons. Should have done that earlier. This is a hotel room that you can stay in. At the moment it's just called the luxury hotel room, but at one point you'll be able to stay in different hotels. And in fact, I was thinking there's a thing I've invented called the reality rooms, which are like rooms that sort of project a fake reality, a bit like the holodeck or something. So I was thinking maybe this could be a hotel that you can go to inside the reality rooms, possibly, because it's there's nothing around but this beautiful view, and it's strewn with loads of nonsense. There's some bloater paste there. Holy Island bloater paste. Holy Island's going to be a brand in the game, and everyone's going to be pretty much obsessed by bloater paste as well in the game. So yeah, cool little hotel to stay in. Another chill out spot maybe on your bed like that. You can see out the window there, look. And more products that have been designed. That's Kemp's Pickled Cockles, that one. Can't really see it, but that's what it is. And Radiant Silver Beans again, and a beer, custom beer that is I don't think that one's custom, that one's needs to be developed. And a copy of Sewage Baby from Vipco, and an empty bottle of Chateau de Chasselet, Holy Island Chateau de Chasselet, Spanish City edition, or from Spanish City, and it says flavoured with a juniper. And I like this little thing here. I was going to say I should have fish in there, but I didn't even mention the most obviously surreal bit, which is the fact that there's goldfish just swimming around in the room, but I just thought it would look cool as hell, and it does really. Adds a nice touch. And they cast, or they should cast shadows. They're not at the moment, but when the shadow casting is on, the shadows that get cast on the roof are wonderful, and you could just lie there and relax and look up. But I've turned shadow casting off, I guess, because it slows down the main city. So that was the luxury hotel. There isn't many left, to be honest. I probably will give a quick showcase of the ones I said I wouldn't mention, but I'm going to show a really old one at the moment that isn't even very good. We're going to go back to this one soon and replace it, but I'll be back in a sec. Now, as you can see from my list here, I do have more bars and places to show, but some of them are not really done yet. Like Flux Qubits, Robin Adair, these things are so far from finished that there's no point in showing them. But these are the levels, the definitive levels. Well, Wolong Streets and Gaz's House, they're both defunct. That's Topaz 11 now. Flux Qubits, Robin Adair aren't done. Cat Runway I showed. Screaming Tortoise 8 is the main city, so I'm not going to go through all that again. The Wolong Club, I haven't shown that actually. It's quite, I'll show that now in fact. It's quite underdeveloped, but it's going to be a sort of sleazy nightclub kind of place. Let me see if it needs to bake any lights. It always does, doesn't it? It's going to be a sleazy sort of nightclub place, like with strippers and stuff like that. And you got these sorts of little sort of freaky alien guys who are there, and there'll be women and aliens and robots and stuff parading around on here, and these guys will be all giving them money and stuff. And we've got a poster for it up here. Bar and restaurant, Octup. Yeah, so it's quite a big club actually. And all these booths are going to have people in drinking, and there'll be there's bouncers who walk around like this guy. There's some horrible, bouncers, and like there's a secret room back here where only the dancers are allowed. It's too dark at the moment because the light's still baking. But yeah, there's more booths up here, and a little bar there at the front here. So yeah, it should be quite a cool little place. I'm not really sure what will happen or anything like that, but and how long it will actually take to fill these things with people drinking and that. But you know, one day it should be like that. And like I've done with all the levels, probably, you know, keep on expanding it, you know, because you could put stuff outside, secrets and stuff on the roof and things like that, like I've been doing with all the other levels. But yeah, of course, it's just a case of getting the areas and that down, and then, you know, then you move on to the people and the interactivity, and then you move on to the dialogue and the story, and then you move on to like how it, you know, back to playing it and testing it, and you know, slowly but surely one day it should evolve into a game. But the light isn't baked on this yet, but I don't really think there's that much point in doing it, to be honest. You can see over here a bit better if I just turn that light off. There's another bouncer guy. And in here is like the private rooms. In here, yeah, this is just an empty room for now, but maybe you'll have to get in there and do something. So yeah, that is the Warlong Club. Now, Bob One Bob One is going to be a bar in space, which is basically what most things in this game seem to be. Let's see if you can actually run it and see if it actually works. This is very, very old, you know. Started this at the same time as I started the main city, so it's a bit awkward. But there's going to be a business here called the Fireplace Tumbler. His headquarters could be up there. Well, these are things that spin around are like teleporters. They're going to be improved in that, but maybe that will teleport you there, or maybe them steps should actually lead up to a roof. They used to, where I can have extra things, so to minimize loading times and things like that. And this is El Bastinado headquarters, which is the coffee company in the game, which you may have seen the posters for and other things. Now, there used to be guys in here. I don't know where everyone is, but this is a pub that I actually go to, my local, and it's based on the same design and shape. Looks a bit crappy right now because, like I say, I wasn't very good at Unity, but essentially these pictures and stuff are actually from people who go there, and some of the pictures are real. And this is the bar. Obviously there's loads of drinks behind the bar normally. Psychedelic ashtray. And you'll be able to go in here, and this will be packed with people, different times at different in the day. And there's books down here. These are custom done, I think. No, these ones are not custom done, but they will be, and all the books, a lot of them already are, but just not them ones, I think. It'll also be packed with people, and it'll be different amounts of people on different days, and different bands turning up, and people on the mic and stuff, different staff members working there, different locals. I'll be one of the locals. I'll be standing around here drinking San Miguel, and then going out and standing right here next to this air conditioner with all my mates, which is what happens in real life. And there'll be people milling about here, and this is like the bathroom in here, which looks a bit weak at the moment, but these are actually real performers from around the city who, well, some of them aren't, some of them are just references, but these are real people who, you know, will do stickers up in these bathrooms, and people who do actually sing here and stuff. There's the Drone Tonics. That's my mate's band. He's disbanded, but he's got a new band called Color Domes, and you know, these toilets will be made a bit better, obviously. But yeah, got the general idea. And the kitchen, which you're not really allowed in, you can go in. We're going to have this oven thing. Is going to be possibly some sort of monster that like can eat you if you come in. And there's going to be a guy working in the kitchen called Punk who like keeps it under control and also makes food here and serves it up. As you can see, a couple of pizzas. The cans have gone huge, but that's a can of Sharp Jolt. It's too big, obviously. And then out the back, I think there was a shotgun somewhere, but I don't know. Um, so that is Bob One Day, and it's a bit underdeveloped, as I say, but the shell is there, and I can make this look amazing, actually. And I can go down and take physical photographs of the actual paintings on the walls and stuff and get them put in. In fact, I've already done it multiple times, so just got to find those images. Yeah, and there could be a bit more street here. Like I say, there could be stuff on top. I just noticed I appear to have lost a level too, which was another reality room called the Alpine Reality Rooms. I'm not sure where that is and if I'll ever get it back, but I made it on SketchUp anyway, so the model will be around. And I also made it like an Alpine skybox as well, so that'll be around. You never have lost the thing, but I've probably got it in a backup anyway. I've got quite a few backups. So I'm going to have a quick look at the Chungking mansions now, because even though I have shown them in one of the mission videos, I'm just going to show them again, because probably, the mission was the focus of that. It wasn't a quick tour of the actual place. And it's going to be a big level, so it might take a while to load. And I'm not sure, if the mission will start or not when I run it. I sort of diversified out into making missions for a while just to see if I could do it and make sure I could do it, because when I say mission, I mean like a sort of a fight scene. Sometimes there'll be parts of the game where it suddenly turns into a bit of a Quake kind of game where you're running around killing, and it's not so much as just exploring. And those bits are based in real scenes. Maybe every scene in the game could have one, or two or more. So in setting them up, you sort of hack your level to be not just an exploration, but it turns into a game. As you can see, all these guys these are the bad guys. They're called the Keramikos, and they're all made from stone. But I believe I probably left it in a state which should just play. Whoa! Well, that's a new one. Everybody fell through the floor. And I do find it a bit disturbing that you leave something working and you come back to it and it doesn't work. In Unity you end up thinking, shall I just do everything in separate projects? So merging projects is a nightmare. Although I think what happened, that's one of the major problems with Unity actually, that you can't really merge projects, and when you do, things don't really work properly. I think what I've done here is just drop him in there for testing purposes. What happens if I turn him off? So yeah, you work in separate projects just to be safe, but then trying to merge them is a nightmare, and trying to keep them all in one is a nightmare too. I think that's one of the major issues. I don't really feel that safe with my game, because I can't merge them all and get it all working perfectly yet. And I've got other games that I've never even shown, sub-games. I've got one called Geordie Racer, which I would love to integrate in, but when I do, the physics all mess up and stuff. But I just keep thinking, well, I'll be better at Unity one day. Anyway, I'm just going to give this one a quick tour with the keyboard and mouse here. So you start in this sort of sewer bit, and I've shown this. There's quite a few videos demonstrating the intro, and you can come along here and you go through this bar bit, and when the mission happens, there's loads of guys here attacking you. Again, you can look for that, and just look up Chungking, I guess, if you're interested. And there's a sort of pool hall bit underneath here with a little bar. He's one of the bosses that attacks you, and then on each level there is more places. So there's little sewer, like sort of sewer places. I was thinking this could be some sort of like market kind of square, and You know, loads of people walking around there. And you know, just little rooms. You can see some of the AI there that should attack you when you play. And little pipe rooms and stuff along here. And then onto the... Oh yeah, there's a pub called... Oh, there's a pub here called Asylum. It's hard to look at because I'm doing it with a keyboard and mouse, obviously. And their toilet is actually just outside on this wall bit here. But you go into Asylum, and that's you know, pretty nicely stocked pub. It's sort of a bit like the pubs from Total Recall, that sort of idea. But there will be people drinking in here and stuff. Like during the invasion, this will probably be full of, you know, the Kramakos. But in normal life, the residents of the Chungking mansion will be here. And there's Jenny's Darts Bar as well down there, which isn't anything yet really. Sofas around here, and there's Juggernaut down here, which is going to be a bar on a submarine. And then there's Chicago Pile 1 here, which is another little bar here. Wait, the guy's going to stand in there and serve drinks. Now everything's bars. Obviously, it's getting ridiculous, but I don't know. I like the feel of that. I wanted to kind of make it the sort of place I would like to live myself if I went, you know, or holidaying, you know, somewhere. If you were up for a bit of a few nights out, bit of a bender, you'd be quite happy with all these cool little bars and restaurants. So I need to do more restaurants actually. There's another AI, and grass is broken. But there's a little tea party up here where the Kramakos will all be sitting, the big bosses, having a sophisticated tea party. And then you have to like wipe them out. And he's got a big teacup, although I have shown that. So that looks to be the end of the look at Chungking Mansions. Right now I think I'm on to my last one. It's taken me an hour to go through these. Yeah, and it's quite sobering to see just how little I've actually got after 4 years of work. The main city obviously is huge, but there's a lot in it. But apart from that, and obviously the sub-games I've done are very huge too. But this is pretty much all I've got after that. So this one, I don't know why, but when I play it, it's running very slow. And it's still set up for some sort of test where these guys are attacking me, but he should blow them barrels up actually, shouldn't he? Should he? Anyway, I'm going to just tour it with the keyboard and mouse like I just did with the other one, just because I can't be bothered to work out why it's slow. But yeah, you've got these little corridors here, which are kind of like the... So this is Shinbone Alley, by the way. This is going to be a red light district on an old disused sort of spacecraft. So you can come through here and and again, pubs. There's a bar here. It's going to be the counter there. You can get cocktails. And you can sit on that nice sofa, maybe a little chill out moment there. And there's well, these are cannons in here, the automated guns from the mission that I've made in here. But there's another bar here called Madame Jeanette's, which is got like a nice view of the rest of the craft behind it and stuff. And I think you can go out the window or something there. Maybe not. There's a secret around here. And there's a pool there. There's going to be a pool dancer dancing around, because remember this is going to be like a kind of seedy red light district with all these robots and stuff. Yeah, you can go out of that window actually, and you can see I've got enemies and stuff who are actually out here after me, and even the flying head ones there. And you can go through all these tunnels outside, and I don't know why they were all activated like that, to be honest. That's worrying. These things shouldn't even be doing anything, I don't think, to be honest, until I get there. But like I say, things break in Unity when you leave them. But yeah, there's pipes you can go along. You can go all the way around there, or you can walk along here, and you know that this all leads back into the main bit there. So where am I? Yeah, so Madame Jeanette's, and then when you go through here, you go into a nightclub called Turbinia. So this is going to be, you know, filled with people partying like a proper hardcore club. Although during the mission, of course, it's filled with these guys trying to kill you, and there's a gun down here, although that shouldn't be purple. And then Turbinia, well, there's a place over there which I'll go to in a minute, but Turbinia leads down to this corridor here, and it leads into this. This is kind of going to be people like clubbing around here as well, but this leads to this bit hasn't really got a name yet, I guess, but this the bottom bit leads to a nightclub called 325, and here's like the bouncer, although he's a bit flat there for some reason. And in 325 you can see this is actually relatively well populated, actually, and humans and Keramikos alike are partying in here, although at this point the Keramikos are actually taking over. And there's, where's he gone? There should be a guy up there. There's a little secret compartment up here. Yeah, there's like the boss of the club has his own little area here, and a little bit you can walk out onto. And there's like even dancers hanging on this grid here. I don't know where they are. There's this one. So if I actually unpause the game here and then go back to the scene, well, actually the people aren't activated. The monsters, the guys, oh no, there they are, I think. The people are not animating because I trigger them when I come into the room, so they're all in the idle pose at the moment, actually. But they're all dancing normally. If I can run the trigger, which I should be able to do right now by falsifying it, trigger. Now I can't remember like most of this stuff, but if I trigger phase C, is it? Nope, you can see all the guys running around looking for us up there. That's crazy. I don't even know why they're over there. I guess they just, that's the direction I'm in. Anyway, you just have to take my word for it that they are actually dancing. I'm going to trigger a few things here just to see what happens. Trigger C. You know what, it looks worrying, like the data isn't even there, but they were turned off anyway. So, whatever. There'll be lots of barmaids along here serving drinks, and there'll be loads of people clubbing and partying in 325. And there's quite a few people around here. Look, these women are like made of metal and stuff. They're dancing. They should be dancing, obviously. And there's like, you know, staff waiting by to pick up the glasses and stuff like that. So I'm going to pause it because it's running really slow. But the console window is spitting out loads of nightmares and, you know, just the Unity shit I was talking about before. But apart from that, you can't really fault Unity. So you can come along here too. There's the little corridor on the left there that I crawled through in one of my demos. It's a secret place. But if you go through the door normally, you come into this sort of red light district. And I'm not very good at moving around corridors with a keyboard and mouse, by the way. I should be using that, actually, shouldn't I? So now you're in the red light district, and there's a tourbillon is, I think that's just an advert, actually, for like a watch company that we've invented. And there's some can machines, and there's a pimp here, and he's a bit of an arsehole, and there'll be, you know, people in these, prostitutes in these booths. There's one, Not all just women, of course. There'll be men. There'll be droids. There'll be ridiculous things. And here's another room, little pink room. And there you can actually, I think you can go behind the curtain here and see something. What is it? There's a little shower basically just there. You can just see it, but you can have some sort of secret out of these things. Come along this corridor. Oh, there's an enemy in there. What's he doing? Pervert. In the other, there'll be a woman like lazing on that chair or some robot or something. And there is something, yeah, there's a mattress or something. Yeah, I stuck a little mattress in here. And now and again maybe you'll see her go and have a sleep there or take a client back. And this is pretty much all there is to Shinbone, I think. Well, there's this stinking bathroom which is it's kind of a pervert prostitute thing. But that's this room here. You come back, like when you go the other route and you go through that slimy tunnel, you come out there and you come through this bathroom here. But maybe some other seedy goings on could be happening through that window in that little secret room. But this will be for, like, you know, people who like the idea of, you know, dirty women in squalid bathrooms or something like that. I don't know what mood I was in when I came up with some of these things, but you know, trying to make it weird and funny for all tastes. And yeah, the general corridors, these are a bit too sci-fi at the moment. Probably, you know, these will be converted into. They're not all. I mean, I quite like the sci-fi-ness, but I think just every tile of it, some of them need to be changed. And obviously, a lot of this has been, you know, customized heavily. And yeah, there's the outside of 325. Looks pretty good. Oh, there's a couple of little security rooms here that I haven't mentioned, with which I have shown them in missions, where you can, you know, do various things with the network, the system, if you can log into them and stuff. And you can hide in here when people are after you. And there's a sort of umbrella thing there for accessing the network. And actually, this thing here that you see, this Stardust Dolphinian network hacker. Well, this will be a tool that you're using to hack into the network, and you have to get this tool off someone, or maybe from the bulletin board or something like that. But it's basically an illegal piece of software written by you know, a hacker or a cracker, and he sort of distributes it on the bulletin boards, and people share it, a bit like the sort of Jolly Rogers cookbook on the Amiga in the old days or something. And that, if you get your hands on that, you can hack into ATMs and also, you know, networks to open doors and things like that. All sounds very elaborate, but it's like sort of working, and I'm sure it'll all nicely fall into place. And this guy, by the way, he's placed right next to the vent, so when you come out you can go right behind him and kill him. Like, you can sneak up on him and kill him, kind of like Manhunt style. But I explored that a lot more in my sub-game Bishop Sticks, which you should check out. He looks pretty cool, actually. He's all made of, and on these guys, like the Keramikos are the ones in the other one, they're all made out of stone, and these guys are the, bloody hell, what are they called? Like metallions or something? I can't even remember. But they're all made out of metal, and they're pretty cool. And that, I think, is the end of the last one, really. Maybe something could happen on this roof here. And like I say, I've got this thing here where they attack you. And there's some scary babies in this tunnel, and spiders with heads and stuff, in fact, which you should be able to see one right there. Yep, so that is the end of Shinbone and all of the other ones, really. I don't think there's much else to show at the moment. Not a lot of things that I don't want to show because they're too underdeveloped. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's coming up to 1 hour exactly. I don't know how that happened. Thanks again.